Hey everybody, I'm Hunter Allen with Peaks Coaching Group. Thanks for watching. I'm really glad that you're here and I hope you really enjoy these videos. Today's video is going to compare steady state FTP efforts versus a real on and off type effort, which would average more of a steady of an FTP number. So let's say, for example, we've got two different kinds of workouts here, and we have one workout here where this athlete's going to go out and they're just going to go climb up a mountain, do a 20-minute interval. They warm up and then they cruise up here, they do their 20-minute interval and they come down. They do this right at 250 watts, which is FTP for them. Okay, so there's 250 watts. Now the same athlete goes out and they do a similar workout right here in terms of average or normalized power. We might look at normalized power, but what they do is they warm up and then they go and they do really hard efforts, recover, really hard effort, recover. Maybe they even have like a little longer effort and then recover, and then another hard effort and then recover, and something like this. Now their average across this may be 250 watts normalized power, because we have to look at normalized power when we're doing really stochastic type efforts like this, but that's also their FTP. So the question is what's better for you? Which one should you do? Should you go and do a steady state interval? Should you just go straight up a mountain and do the steady state interval, working on that ability essentially? Or should you go and do these hard efforts right here where maybe, here is 250 watts and you're doing these intervals up to 500 watts going up and down these hard hills or something like that? Which is better for you? So a couple of thoughts. Number one, if you're working just purely on FTP, then want to focus on improving this, I would do the steady state effort, right? I would want you to focus on this because this is really the place where you are pushing yourself. You're doing an effort where the muscular contraction is relatively constant, and that can make a big difference in terms of your response to this type of training. Now, if maybe you're going to a race scenario where you might be with a race, or you might be with a group ride, or might be with other friends or whatever, and you're preparing for that scenario where you've got to do these hard efforts and recover, then this might be better for you as well. The other idea here is, depending on which is better in terms of, just increase, and again, let's just say increase FTP. If that's your sole focus, that's the one we want. If we want to prepare for race scenarios, then this is probably better as well. Now, you might need to do both of these things, right? Because you may be doing some of each. You want to always improve your FTP and be ready for races. The other piece of the puzzle that you might want to think about is, how do you respond? Like, what is better for you? When you go out and you do these kind of efforts, if you know that this is the thing that really crushes you, this may not be the right type of interval in order to help improve your FTP. Okay, so I know that you've watched, or hopefully you've watched, a bunch of my FRC videos when we talk about FRC. FRC is up here, functional reserve capacity, and this starts here, it's full, and then it comes down a little bit, and it just kind of stays right here because you're not doing any work above FTP, and then boom, it goes back up like this. Here you have FRC right here, and this is full, and then it goes down a big way, and then recovers, and then goes down again, right? And then may stay down, and then recover, and then come back down like this. So this FRC, your VO2 max, anaerobic capacity, neuromuscular power, all the work you can do above your FTP is being challenged in this kind of an interval. That may be the thing that you need, right? You may need this kind of interval to really improve all these systems and pull the FTP up from above, so to speak. So that's one way to do it. The way that I distinguish between those is based on what you tell me, right? If you say, hey, Hunter, I do better when I have these really hard intervals and go above my FTP and then have shorter recoveries, and that seems to boost my FTP, then let's do more of these. If the steady state type work does better for you, then that may be something that is the way to go too. There's probably a muscular component as well, what type fast twitch, slow twitch muscles you have, and there's some other things that probably go along with this. But hopefully that gives you a little simplified way to consider which intervals should you be doing, and probably both if you're a racer. I'm Hunter Allen. Check us out on Facebook. We're Peaks Coaching Group on Instagram also. I have tons of videos on YouTube. Comment in the box below on YouTube on these videos or wherever. Love to hear your thoughts and comments, and I'm glad to answer them as well. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Appreciate you watching.